On today's episode of Watch Share Go, we de-stance a Scion XB. Yes. That was not planned. That was just really, we're so excited to fix this car.
Oh my goodness.
What is going on, guys? I Watch Share Go, and today I'm here with Gabe and Jake and John. Thanks for letting us use your lift, John. We needed a lift, and this car is a nightmare to work on, and with the lift, it's a little bit less of a nightmare. So we had to...
Getting it on the lift.
Getting it on the lift was terrible, but...
That was fun.
It's done now, and it should drive off of the lift once all of this is flipped back to stock.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited about that, and here's the car. Gabe, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
It's time to unpimp the auto.
We just dropped it like it's hot.
So let's get these wheels off and start swapping some suspension and getting that roof rack off and maybe ripping out those interior panels that are the wrong color and taking those handles out of the interior. We're just gonna go hard. I want this to, like, one video and done would be ideal because we'd like to sell this and get it on down the road. So, John has the new Milwaukee Impact that has lug nut mode. It's in lug nut mode now. Show them the magic. Yep, it has a little lug nut symbol. It breaks loose and then automatically slows down, which is super cool.
It is so nice.
Remind me to get home and order that because somehow I must own. All right, who wants some?
I do. I'll take them. I'll put them on the GT.
You and your stanced Opel GT now? Is that what's going down?
Those are wide wheels.
Actually, look how good the tire condition actually is. Yeah, I thought it would be worse.
It is actually remarkably good.
It's hilarious. If you ever let the air out of those, though, they might pop back into shape and you'd be screwed. Okay, I like it better without the lug nut mode. It's too slow because I can't go NASCAR. Oh, these are speeding rods shocks. Okay. Well, max speeding rods or something, that's what that company's called. I just wanted to go to the Back to the Future mode where the car floats.
You know, speaking of Back to the Future, I always thought it was going to be, you know, positive, but everything we see here is negative.
Camber jokes. Oh. Gabe's pulling those all-important back 13s, which are really annoying to get to. Man, that ratchet wrench seems like it makes things easier over there.
Oh, it looks so much easier. I just noticed that they scribed the belt routing.
Oh, that's nice.
In here.
Thank you, Toyota.
No, that wasn't Toyota. That was a user.
Here, would you like to use a ratchet wrench? I'm almost there. No, I don't need your fancy tools. Goodbye, coilover. Here, about 20 threads. Oh, come on, I'm not that slow. Cheating. There we go. Well, it's out. They cut the strut tower with like a sawzall. What on earth? They're lucky that the top of the strut will hold that thing together. What? Because that's a nightmare.
Purpose. Oh, I see.
Camber,
so they can get that camber all the way.
Camber. Okay, let's get in the back and see how ruined this is. Oh wow, it's easy to get to.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's like an 18 or something like that. So we'll get in there and knock that out.
Deep boy. Ooh, it's adjustable.
Yeah, clicky boy. We need to back this up with like a 10. Unfortunately, the strut body turns. They come right off. So I pulled the last nut off the shock over there, and the whole like rear subframe dropped down. And now
I got it out.
We can put these pieces of junk out of there. Look at those wonderful cut springs. At least they're like a constant rate instead of a progressive rate spring or anything like that.
Yeah.
So these were probably designed for stance guys to cut or some nonsense. So we already talked about how the stance guys destroyed this car. We're here to rescue the car. We should be called Stance Rescue. New channel, Stance Rescue. All we do is go buy like old Hondas that have been clapped out like this, and we put them all back to stock so they're pristine, and we just help save the world.
One stanced
car at a time. De-stancing those wheel hubs. We're just gonna take a 12. Oh yeah, that thing is quick. Oh man. This thing breathes on the bolts.
It's scary how quick that thing is.
You are amazing, Milwaukee.
Sponsor.
Yeah, please sponsor us, Milwaukee. We've been trying for so long. Milwaukee doesn't even listen. They're like, please, guys, sponsor you. I need a big hammer. That's one of them. So these are actually taped together with electrical tape into stacks of washers because, you know, they couldn't be bothered to find spacers. They just went to Ace Hardware.
I have rock bottom expectations and I continue to be disappointed.
I also was like, yeah, these are special spacers that they got just for this. No.
Well, just like that special speaker wire that was holding the... Listen, that was high temperature speaker wire. Dude, it's one spring. What? It's one spring, like the cut is exactly... It's one spring.
No way.
Behold the precision.
That is unbelievable. Oh, this is the height we need.
Oh my gosh.
You can see the ring from where it was all sideways.
No.
That's exciting.
Ooh, that's where it starts.
Hey, that's not wrong.
All right, now we can put it back like a normal car. There's some electrical tape. Oh man.
That is awesome.
Okay, I think we'll just start the bolts and use it to, we'll work them in there by hand. Ah, yeah. So much better. What's funny is how serviceable this car is if you don't have stance parts on it. Like, it just comes right apart. No big deal. Oh, you're not going with the impact on this one.
No, man, it looks fine with this.
Man. See?
Man, you jumped right there.
You tried to throw it at me. I was like, it's coming down. The boot's ripped, but oh well, it happens. We're definitely not gonna go buy a bunch of new suspension for this old thing. All right, get that guy on there. OEM shocks.
Oh, look at the symmetry.
We're gonna need to, oh, you're just gonna you going for this end? All right, here we go. The new Honda wheels that I just refinished, sort of, are going on. At least the center caps look nice.
They do. Just admiring
the brakes look really bad now that you can see them. So the stance guys decided that they didn't like the numbers on these tires, and they did that thing that they do where they go to Harbor Freight and get an angle grinder and then grind the letters and numbers off of the tire, making it 1000% unsafe and just ready to blow.
You know, maybe this is where they...
It's probably where that tire is leaking slowly.
Gosh, dude.
It's ready to blow at any moment. None of this is, these are not staying on the car. These are very temporary while I get the Scion wheels traded for those wheels that are on the car. I'm trying to get the OEM, or I guess actually the aftermarket alloy Scion wheels that people bought, very few people bought. Most people have the Steelies and the hubcaps. I'm okay with that, but I really want the alloys. I think they look primo. So we're making progress. Now all we gotta do is get the front struts in. Yay. This is the OEM strut setup, and this is that thing with its camber plate on it. So funny.
I have the worst seat in the house.
I didn't see it all. Hold on. There it goes.
We're in.
Nice. We got to get the roof rack off here, and we have no idea how that works, but I assume it works kind of like this. Okay, so that's like wedged in the door. Oh, that wasn't a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna gently set that there, and then let me pull the other side, and the roof rack is off. Now we need to hop in there and get that steering wheel off. That's pretty key, isn't it? It looks like you need like a number 4 Allen wrench or a number 3. Are you good? You want me to move that? All right, perfect. Cool.
That seems safe.
Last screw. Throw it down here in the cup holder. Pull this guy off. Get this guy off. There we go. Now we can get this nonsense out of there and get a factory steering wheel back on it. I did it. I pulled this junk steering wheel hub thing off here. Throw all that trash on the floor. It looks like there was supposed to be a horn button. That doesn't work right now. This is some kind of weird slip ring that was for the rotiform button, I think. All right. So now we can get in here and start putting things back together the way they're supposed to be.
We've got the front shocks in. They're already tied in, tightened down, good to go. We can put the wheels on. It appears that these wheels are too small on inner diameter to actually clear the entire hub assembly with the front brake caliper. So
All these fasteners around the edge do absolutely nothing. Back up and look at the whole thing.
There's a steering wheel angle sensor right here, and I had to get that on and get all this on. I had to unplug the airbag and the angle sensor and the horn just so I could slide this on and then hook it all back up, and then the whole assembly just snaps in with the clock spring and everything. And I checked, turn signals cancel. So we're solving problems. So now we just need to reassemble this shroud that holds everything together, which is a lot of fun. It all snaps in, so you just kind of have to work at it. Now the top is in. Now the bottom should snap in to its guides. Well, it's close. Snap together. There it goes. Perfect. All right, where'd those screws go? So the clock spring has an alignment procedure. It's rotate all the way to the left, and then rotate 2.5 turns back until the arrow says top, and then make sure, of course, the wheels need to be dead straight, and then we put the steering wheel on with the wheels dead straight. Hopefully, everything's right. I mean, it should be. So we're gonna definitely cheat on this. And one side effect of fixing things is the steering wheel locks work and everything. So now, okay, and then, oh! All right, progress, progress, progress. Shut that bad boy off and we can put the airbag in, and we're done here. Look what we found.
what'd you find?
Those wires that were connected to the battery, since we just unhooked the battery, are the garbage that used to run to the LED controller. So now, if I can get this out of there, the car is so much better. Yeah, look at that. Check it out. Woo! So much better. So, let's see if this thing has a horn now. Hey! The next part, I'm gonna turn on the ignition and see if the airbag blows up in my face.
You might want to move.
Airbag's going off if they're wrong. We're good. The airbag light is fixed. Yay! One light, oh, the check engine light's gone. We're doing big things. It's time. All the results of our hard work today. Let's see what happens. Can the lift clear? Oh, easy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. That's how cars are supposed to look, other than that nonsense. I can't wait to get some OEM wheels on this, and it will look perfect. Distanced! Just killed my liquid ice. We just finished the car. Mostly finished. We're gonna do one more thing. But first, we had to do this. A can of liquid ice fits perfectly in this bazooka monster. All right, Gabe. You should start it with a little throttle. In the center. All right, I'm gonna knock it out of the sky in case it hits the Corvette. Yeah. Well, that was really worth it.
Yeah, that worked way better than I expected.
Way better. All right.
So we're going to take care of a little bit of a health concern. See, before we'd hit our ankles, you know, walking by.
I've got the machine. Oh, dude, I don't need those. I'm gonna stand over here.
You're going to do the safety squint?
Yeah, so. Look at that. What a clean exhaust install. It's beautiful. All right, let's go drive it. First drive, you don't have to worry about bumps anymore. That's the biggest benefit. Second issue, there's like the washer that should be on the top of that one rear strut is just missing. Small details, we're getting there.
Turn radius is improved.
Oh, I'm sure it's way better. Yeah, I haven't even driven it yet.
More responsive.
It feels great over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The speedometer is still off by 10 mile an hour, so that's exciting. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. I don't think we need to get too into this, but I'm restoring these old Honda wheels real fast because obviously I need to sell them too. They all had the center caps in them. I grabbed a 32 mil socket, put it right in the center of the center cap like this, like so. Gave it a couple taps from the back, it pops right out. And I'm gonna go clean up the Honda center caps. I only have 3, so there's not a point in putting a bunch of work into these. Trick I learned from my dad, use this marine spray paint because it's amazing and lasts forever on wheels. So this is Mercury Mariner Light Gray. 10 bucks a can, but oh so worth it. Yeah, it lasts really well in those plastic hubcaps, and it looks pretty factory, a little bit darker. It's kind of cool. Wheel restoration continues. They're clean now. I washed them, I put wheel cleaner on them, brushed all the tires and wheels, and then I just took my air gun and blew out any remaining dirt in the very lower crevice. So I think we're ready for paint. Paint job done. There's our Mercury Marine paint. The wheels are looking real shiny. The masking, I just gave up on it and sprayed it as is. And the tires are trash, but you know, I cleaned them up. They're way nicer. The center caps are beautiful. I'm gonna put the center caps in a second, and we're gonna sell those wheels. But first, we might have to put them on the car tonight, so that's why I wanted to paint them, because it'll look a lot better than old rusted out Honda wheels. Ooh, look at these shiny boys. I can't wait to put them on these wheels. It'll look complete.